We love talking football. We love doing it for you from Las Vegas. Hi, everybody. Brian Blessing at bangthebook.com. Today, we're going to preview the NFC North from a season win total perspective. Start looking ahead. We know that week one lines for certain are up. Some properties even have numbers up throughout the course of the season. But let's focus on the NFC North. And, boy, I'll tell you, one of the most compelling divisions, three teams with a realistic chance to win this division, and the numbers reflect that. 9.5. Let's go to Green Bay. That's their projected season win total for the Packs. Kind of a co-favorite with the Bears to win this division. And they really focused on defense in the offseason. In the draft, they got the defensive end Rashawn Gary from Michigan. In free agency, they spent a truckload of dough. They get the safety, Adrian Amos from the Bears. Preston Smith is an edge rusher, 4 years, $37 million coming over from Washington. And then you go to Darius Smith, 4 years, $66 million. He comes over as an edge rusher as well. So really doing all their work here to try to shore up the defensive side of the ball. McCarthy is out of here. So it's all on Aaron Rodgers' shoulder. The one thing is, as great as Aaron Rodgers, they didn't do a lot to help him on the offensive side of the ball. But I think the thinking is, if they move the chains a little bit more and this defense won't be going 3 and out as much, maybe the Packers are a team that starts moving the chains and that time of possession starts to even out. I think that's the main thought process that's going on in Green Bay. But listen, it starts with Aaron Rodgers, and he could be sitting on a monster year. Let's go to the Bears, $9.5 $20. They're not a truckload to talk about with the Bears in the offseason because they hit the home run and gave up a ton of assets to get Khalil Mack. It all comes down to Trubisky and his progression here in year two. They did get the running back Mike Davis from Seattle, and they got the safety Clinton Dix who came in. And they didn't really get a pick until the third round, but they might have found a nice player in David Montgomery, a running back for Iowa State. But not a ton in the offseason. It just comes down to, can they build upon what they had? The one thing scares me a little bit about the Bears, could they be this year's Jacksonville? See, I think Jacksonville bounces back this year. After a great year, then they regressed. Trubisky's got to take a step forward, and they're coming off that gut-wrenching loss in the playoffs with the kick hitting the upright. If Trubisky takes a step forward, the Bears are clearly a very dangerous team. Minnesota, another team at 9 over $1.25. And I like Zimmer a lot. And, this is a football team. I think they got one of the steals in the draft, and it's not a sexy pick. But this is a guy I think is going to be an all-pro for a lot of years. He's a 10-year guy in the middle. You're never going to hear his name. But Garrett Bradbury, this kid, the center in the draft, was one of the best pickups where they were drafting true value there. They get the tight end Irv Smith from Alabama, could help the cause. They did sign Anthony Barr, the linebacker. He sticks around. He didn't go anywhere in free agency, but they threw a lot of money at him. 5 years, $67 million. And Minnesota was kind of the buzz team last year, but the Bears took the step forward. Maybe a year removed from that, and maybe not all the spotlight on Minnesota. Weight of expectations, maybe a tad down. Minnesota could be the real sleepy dark horse here. And I mean, again, you're looking at a team with a season win total of 9. I don't know what you call them, a sleeper. But going against the Bears and Mack and the high-profile Packers with Rodgers, Minnesota could be a real sneaky pick here to grab the division title. And then we wrap it up with Detroit, 6.5 over $1.10. What can we say? It's the Lions. Can Patricia finally put that transition, which was really bizarre, behind him? Can Matt Stafford return to the quarterback he looked like he finally turned into? And then now he goes back to making all these dumb decisions. But you look at what they did in offseason. In the draft, maybe they hit a home run here. They get the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, and a lot of people think this kid's just an absolute can't-miss stud. They get C.J. Anderson, the running back. They get a cornerback, Justin Coleman, 4 years, $36 million. And then they threw a boatload of dough. And again, there's the Patricia connection to the Patriots. They get defensive end Trey Flowers. This guy's going to be making $16 million a season. But in essence, he comes over and he's going to replace Ziggy Ansah, who was oft injured and ended up signing with Seattle. And the other guy they pick up is Jesse James, the tight end from Pittsburgh. So clearly, in the red zone, instead of Stafford with a big strike and making bad decisions, maybe they're looking for some red zone mismatches and some opportunities to kick the door down. A guy like Anderson and the 2 tight ends could certainly help the cause here. You know, Matt Stafford's still a quality quarterback. He's just confounding sometimes the decisions he made. But you look at Detroit at 6.5. I would rule them out for having a bounce back year and going over that total of 6.5. So there you have it. It's a look from a regular season perspective at the NFC North. 3 teams. Could be a long horse race that goes down to the final Sunday in this NFL upcoming campaign with the Pack, the Bears, and the Vikings knocking heads trying to capture the NFC North. Always fun to be with you at bangthebook.com from Las Vegas. I'm Brian Blessing.